Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Blurred Confidential. We are here back at it again, ready to get this thing knocked off. We got Q,
What's good, Blur
we
crew? We
got
back in
Johnny,
here again.
and we got Johnny over here hanging out with us,
Yeah,
kicking
we
it,
we rescued
How's it
him
going?
making
from
it
the
How you
happen.
doing?
from
How's it going? How's it
the
going?
dungeon last time, man. Remember he was out and we said he was being incapacitated, so we had to kind of throw on the suits like confidential word says, and go out and get our man.
Yeah.
We
Stuck in Trump
we
space.
couldn't fill this void. Like I don't understand. Like we were limping along, so this chair had no extra leg. It had no third leg to prop itself up on.
Yeah,
It was just a balancing act.
yeah, man. We were missing a
That's
I
voice
all
for a
it
guess
was.
reason.
I'm so humbled. So humbled.
I should be so drunk right now, but I yes.
I need to, but it's Wednesday, man. This week's going by
Oh,
quick, but I
it's
thought
a
about
day that ends in Y. Really?
yeah, I know.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm still drinking. Okay, great.
Man, let's see. Only reason I don't get drunk during the week anymore is because I need proper recovery time, man. Like I need a day to get back in the get back in the groove of things.
No, you just got to step in. You got to put your whole foot in it. Can't half-ass. You got to whole-ass it. And
See,
I think you've been half-assing it. You got to put
nah.
the whole thing in there,
See, that's
and
the
you ain't doing
problem.
it.
See, I go hard in
That's
paint,
exactly what the
man.
problem is.
See, here's the problem is I go when I do it, and sometimes I overdo it, and then I wake up and I'm like, yep, that's it for me, B. I gotta go back to sleep, and I'll end up sleeping the
Hey,
whole day away because of it.
if I overdo it, I just went to bed early. That's all that did. I'm waking up. I'm gonna be right in it.
What was
That is no skipping at that point.
Oh man. So what's
I'm gonna
good,
do it
Johnny, man?
tomorrow.
How's everything been, bro?
Same old, same old. Trying to survive 2020. That's about it.
Hey, it's
How about
over
y'all?
halfway done. So maybe if we just keep the ship afloat until then.
Shit, my
Yeah.
damn soundtrack is Burn It Down. That's the name of the playlist. Set it all on fire. Like, oh, this is to be a period in my life where I would want to forget. I need the Men in Black to come in with the memory wipes. I need them to make me believe that it was just any other mediocre year that we had. Like, I need some help. Please.
Mm-mm.
Please help me.
Oh man. Hey, to add to 2020, we had a big fire down there. Was it Grand Prairie, I think? It was so funny.
Grand Prairie.
There was a plastics factory caught on fire. And you can
Oh,
actually
so
see,
gasoline just basically went up?
yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's it. And
Price
the
of oil
funny
going up tomorrow. Just wait. They just needed a reason.
Hey man, the funny thing is like we're about 30 miles away from there, and you can see the smoke from where our balcony. So hey,
Are you shitting me?
another thing to add to the list of oh man. Then we also got fires in
2020's
California
been
again
a
too.
year.
So hey, cheers to that one.
Oh my God. So I saw something the other what was it? The other day. It was a meme. It was when you think about it, when you think about the year you had already, and then you realize at the end of the year Facebook is gonna do a 2020 recap. I died. I wanted to lay out on the floor, spread out, and just go to kicking and screaming. Because I
See,
thought about that. It's like at the end of the year, every post that you've made, every
mm-hmm,
picture that you posted,
mm-hmm.
screw Corona. 2020 is trash. Dumpster fire for 2020. That's exactly what you're gonna get for that entire replay of 2020 on December 31st.
So wait a
It,
minute, seriously, like Facebook is seriously doing a recap of everybody's
I mean, that's
uh
what they did last year.
yeah, I
Like
think
if
oh
they
shit,
did
I didn't
do it.
even pay
Yeah,
attention to it. Mhm.
and
they've
Oh,
been
I don't
trying to
post
do that for
anything, so
like
I
the
guess that
last
don't
three
matter.
years. Hey,
I think the
yeah,
most
they're gonna show you what. They're gonna show you one post that you responded to.
whole
Hooray!
year.
And then that's it.
I think
The
the
whole year.
depressing.
Johnny's recap is over in 3.21 seconds.
The hell with social media, I tell you.
His one response. Hey man, I've been so close to just saying screw social media. I'm done with it. And then I remember, damn, I do a podcast. I gotta have something. And there you go. That's what's keeping me in the game.
Have you seen my page?
Nah. What you?
It's either food or me. It might be several inspirational pieces on there every once in a while, but it's food that I cooked. It ain't even food that nobody else made. It's food that I cooked. It's maybe alcohol.
Yeah, you gotta have the
Probably alcohol.
Yeah.
Probably, I'm pretty damn sure it's alcohol involved. Yeah, it's always alcohol involved because when I cook, I'm drinking or whatever else is available. But on top of it, it's memes or inspirational pieces. That's it.
I know one thing that needs to happen on mine. For some reason, I've accumulated like 300 or 400 friends on Facebook. People who like I may have seen like once in my lifetime, and
they need to adjust these terms.
Yeah, like seriously,
You ain't no friend of mine.
No, like they need to add like acquaintances or like just like random ass people. Like that's exactly what they need. They need a title, random ass folk that you can categorize these people. So if you just want to do like a mass blocking, you can do it until you're no longer tired of them. Then you can bring them back.
Let me tell you, what's gonna be it'll be great for edible, like editing your own titles. It'll be niggas I knew from forever ago.
They need
people I don't even fuck with no more. I wouldn't get caught like dead on the side of the road with these folks, but I do need them as a connection.
At some point,
I need these group I need it to be titled like this so I can understand who I want and don't want to see what I got to post. Right now, I really don't care. But if I were to be so petty in my life, that's how it would work. But that's just me.
Yeah,
I am sort of a lunatic.
I think it needs to be re-looked at though, because everybody ain't your friend, so it should be
they're really not
a legit friend. Well, hold on, let me rephrase it. Your homies list, I only fuck with them because they play games or they drink, and so bar buddy list or something like that.
Bar buddies, that's BBs right there. I need BBs. I need homies. I need homies like brothers. Mm-hmm. Like this could be my brother if I saw it any other way.
Yeah. Or
I need these lists
for my single hopefuls or those who still kind of out here trying to sneak it. You got a hopefuls list, and these are the people that you're hoping one day give you a piece of action. But you might want to hide that list.
You can also have the GTD section.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You should share that one.
Yeah. These are all the weed men that I know right here. The weed man list.
See, now we snitching. We can't do that. You trying to blow folks' spot up.
This is supposedly private. These are my private lists.
Yeah.
And I'm doing big ass quotations right now.
Yeah, it's private as running outside naked. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's called a good day.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang and swing.
I don't know, man. It's like I think I get too irritated with it. I realize I already had a short fuse for people anyway, but I've gotten older and that fuse is like way shorter. And I know I can be real. I'm sure, James, you get this so far. It's like I'm fairly unreasonable at times, at least when it comes to stuff where I'm like, no, it shouldn't be that way.
It ain't what I said. That ain't how I see it. Fuck it. I hear you.
Hey, man.
But I hear you.
It's so bad because I remember I went hard after somebody who was trying to, talk about like anti-vaxxing, and then they were making like, I'm like this. If you have a good, clear-cut reasoning outside of I heard or I think or I feel, I'm willing to listen. However, if someone can basically shut down your I feel blank, and they're like, if someone comes and says, I feel like I can fly, and you say, nah, B, we're not very aerodynamic without planes. Yes, I am. And they jump and then hit the ground, and you say, see, I told you. Instead of saying, you know what, you're right, that hurt, they're like, nah, I just didn't do it right this time. It's like, no, that's not the conclusion.
I only got one little short snippet. They were kind of right. They were kind of right. They said they felt like they could fly.
Okay.
They didn't really say they could fly. So I think this is a feeling, but I feel like that they were kind of right because they felt like they could fly, and they just proved that they couldn't. But they say they did it the wrong way.
Yeah,
you didn't do it the first time, so I would say that's a loss.
Nah, man. See, they didn't fly; they fell with style.
You gotta be careful with those too who say that I read, because folks will I can make a website that says factualinformation.com with absolutely no sources and nothing whatsoever. Some random Joe will go and read it. I'll say, I don't know, the coronavirus came out of, freaking Wetcher's.
It came from somebody came from someone licking turkey ass. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah,
turkey. No, they went licking turkey nuts.
And they will take that as the gospel, and they'll go on these groups and share it. And you'll look, you're thinking, okay, well, at least let it be some credible media source or something like that. Preferably a scientific journal, but at least a media source. No, it's not even that. It's like some random website that's riddled with ads. Yeah. And by the time you click to the actual article you're looking at, you're just like, this is nothing like what they said. So, what basis, are you seriously trying to use this random website as a basis for your argument? And that's 90% of the rebuttals you'll get, especially with this whole COVID thing now.
Yeah. It was just funny because... I
was wondering.
No, go ahead.
This has been bothering me. After I said it, I had to think about it for a second. It was like, but would they really? So, you got balls, dog got balls.
Yep.
Bears got balls. Lions got balls. Do birds have balls?
Maybe they're internal. I don't know.
See?
I mean,
because I just said lick turkey nuts, but I don't think turkey got nuts.
Yeah, they do.
They might have glands, but do they actually have nuts?
Well, I mean, there has to be some sort of method for producing semen.
Glands?
Glands don't do that.
You sure?
Yeah.
I know my glands don't do that, but I don't know about bird glands.
How we get?
All right.
I don't understand avian. I don't understand avian physiology, so that's why I'm asking.
Well, I mean, we have to look at the function of a gland, right? So the glands
it excretes whatever it needs to
chemicals.
Yeah.
Not nut.
Yeah.
Hey. I don't know neither one of you motherfuckers be aviologists or anything else.
This is the part where
I'm just saying.
And this is the part where most reasonable people cut off the podcast and say, you know what?
I
need to go outdoors. I need
Let me tell you. Hold on.
Immediately subscribe and all that.
Pause. How many real reasonable people do y'all actually know? Let's start with that. I almost had that question for you earlier, Q, but I was trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. How many real ones do you really know?
I don't know.
In most of your groups, do you feel like you're one of the most reasonable ones?
It depends.
In most of your groups, let me ask the question again. Hold on.
Okay.
In most of your groups, in your circles, do you feel like typically, on the majority, that you are one of the most reasonable people in the group?
I do, unfortunately.
Oh, mm-hmm. How many real reasonable people do we know?
That's a good question. I guess it depends because I do this sometimes with friends. I don't know if anybody else can attest to this, but you ever realize you kind of categorize your friends? Like there's certain like you call certain people for specific subjects that you're willing to talk about. And then there's others you kind of bypass that subject because you're like, either A, we never went down that road and I don't know what to expect, or B, we had that discussion and I had to back away from it because of how the discussion went. And or again, like we said,
I can see that.
You got certain people you only bring to the bar because they have great conversation or they're funny, and you're a great bar person because I know you're gonna give me one. And then you got your buddies you'll talk about what's going on in the world, and then you got the people you game with, and sometimes you can get one person who has a little bit of all those traits, but.
Yeah. What about that person who you just feel bad for, and because nobody else will hang out with them, so you just hang out with them anyway?
Tell us more about how you met James.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I was just
yeah, tell me.
Well, it all started. It's been so long ago, I forgot how we met. But yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, you were starting off. You were saying he ain't had no friends, and you felt sorry for him, so you basically did the male version. He's all that, and y'all became best friends from
No, I want to say something.
Sound like you got the answer already. Like, I don't know what you're trying to go for.
Wasn't it like Coke Break or something?
Oh, it's always Coke Break. I met all my friends at Coke Break.
Yeah.
And yes, Q, it was cocaine that was produced at this break. That's why they call it Coke Break.
Indeed.
Like for real?
All the white powder. Yes. No.
Y'all just messing with me.
Coca-Cola. We had Coke machines that they had just dropped off at that school that year. They had 6 of them on one wall, and there was this one big ass square full of dust and dirt and red clay that was supposed to be the play area. So after you got done with Coke Break, you were filled with dust before you went home by the end of the day. They had Coke machines and snack machines. So we had a 15-minute Coke break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
country folks got some shit, and then they wanted to act the fool. So they wanted you to make sure you got your 50 cent out of these kids every year, every day.
That's like when we had all the Fruitopia machines throughout our campus.
Oh, bro.
See kids nowadays don't even know what that
Fruitopia, is. Fresca, Fanta. Well, not even Fanta, because Fanta wasn't even hitting in at that point.
Nah, not yet.
You had Bart's root beer. You had all Coke, the other Coke products, Fruitopia, and Fresca. I had the Frescas and the Fruitopias. That's all I drank. That was it. That was my jam.
So, where were we going with that? I was just trying to figure out.
Do birds have penises and everything is? So, yes, they have sexual organs.
Right.
If you want to call them testes or ovaries, they have organs.
Mm-hmm. So we back to the
they kind of got nuts. They kind of got nuts.
But I'm just trying to figure out where were we driving with that point?
It was
the derail.
It was a thought that was in my head, so I asked the question. So if I don't know the answer, I'm asking the question. If I hadn't figured this out already, I don't know what to tell y'all.
That's totally fine. I just wanted to, make sure I was saying that.
Nah, man, it's just the derail Sultan strikes again, man. You know how he do.
Oh yeah.
Wear this crown with pride. Kiss the ring. Kiss thine ring.
So did y'all get to watch the Jamie Foxx?
Oh, hold
movie?
on, one question. Hold on, before we get there, did you see my post that I put up with the picture?
Which picture?
What picture?
So I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh, here we go.
I like when I read it the first time and I lost my shit. Then I read it again, and then I lost my shit again. I could not contain myself.
This would be
why'd you go do a thing like that?
You know what? I like hurting myself, apparently.
Gotcha.
This is what I do.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be something.
I'm good for it.
Something super disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Depending on the individual that is getting told to, absolutely. So check the chat.
All right.
And when I saw it, I was like, this is exactly how I feel today. Like 110% to my core.
Nope, that's not what I want to do.
Man, like the teachers, let me know when you get to the page.
I know.
I'm gonna act like somebody's deacon for Sunday school.
Amen.
Let me know when you're on the page. Say amen.
Amen.
Could describe it, but I don't think I would do it justice.
You don't think you'll do it just? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Not the picture anyway, so. Still no fine? It's in a group chat for Discord for the podcast. That's hot.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Found it?
Yeah. No, yeah, those be facts. Those be facts.
All right. Hold up. I'm getting to it. I'm new to Discord. I just gotta figure out how to.
How about this? I will send you this. I'll send it this way. Just drop that bomb on in here. Blam, flick it, stick it, drop it, pop it, pull it, twist it.
Cool. Oh, I did see that one.
Run it up, bitch.
Hey, I bet they had the dopest like slang or shit talking back in the day in old English days.
Let me tell you, I need more Shakespearean speak in these memes.
See, man,
run it up, bitch. Thou dost not want these hands. With your let this be known. But yeah, let's get back to that Jamie Foxx.
Does Thy have a quarrel with me? That's basically how it would be.
Does thou want this ass beat?
Yeah, so did y'all get to watch Project Power? I had to remember. Yeah, Power, not Powder.
Man, I did.
Yeah, I saw it.
Bro, it's Project Powder. Go ahead and get it up for the Narcos for the
might as well be, man.
For 2020. Go ahead and get your line of coke. Go ahead and knock that buck back. Yeah, Project Powder. Yes.
I mean, keep it real. There was some drug, pill popping in it, so that counts.
It was all
freaking pill that freaking sets you on fire and melts your face off. Because I thought it was gonna be like a spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoilers.
But anyway,
spoilers. Turn away if you don't want to listen.
If you ain't seen it yet, you're losing anyway.
Right.
It's free, man.
So you know what? It's your own damn fault. So anyway,
you better stop it right now. You better hit pause. Fast forward.
So like I'm thinking, okay, this guy's gonna be like, I forgot the firestorm or something like that. He ignites. It's like all good. No, he like melts. Like what? Like who wants to take that?
Yeah.
Like
they said it was like limitless. They said this movie was like limitless. I didn't believe it until I saw it, how much it was like that. You got this pill. You got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to pop this Molly. Go ahead and handle business. You better set your timer because if this thing phases out, you better have another pill on deck. Pop another Molly.
But it was also
and then you pop four at the same time. Now you're really rolling.
I'm not freaking taking the pill that freaking like ignites me, and then it's not even something pleasurable. it hurts, you know, obviously, because the guy's face was all just like what I'm talking about, right? Like,
Yeah,
bro, you ain't coming back.
I mean, because
you ain't got no magical healing powers.
Yeah,
exactly. Heck no.
And that's another part that they brought up was that one, you don't know what your power is going to be. It's like Russian roulette, rolling the dice,
or you can just blow up. You could just blow
die.
Up.
Like, would you? Okay, as much as I was talking about vaccines and things like if there was a case where it's like, hey, 50% chance you blow up, but 50% chance you may get an awesome power, or you may just melt and that'll be your power. So it's up to you.
Hard pass.
You know what? I'm good, but it's funny because I'm also bringing this up too. It made me realize how powers by themselves suck, because you always need a second or tertiary power to counteract the first few. Because think about this. I always use this example, My Hero Academia. I don't know who hasn't seen it, but there's a character on there named Deku, and he ends up getting super strength. But this is the most realistic thing you saw. He has super strength, but his body can't basically withstand the forces that he generates. So he breaks his bones like every time until later on he learns how to control his powers. So think about that. Like if you had super strength, it doesn't give you super durability. You just have super strength. So that means you're still vulnerable to basic damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else?
Super speed. Unless you have or either can generate a frictionless suit or you get frictionless powers, you'll burst into flames and disintegrate because it's just moving that fast. So when you think about it, there's really no good power that's by itself that you can use that would be like, again, we had the flame guy. After it's over, you're still a charred individual. I don't think you want to live through that.
No.
See, I ain't got time for none of that.
I remember I was laughing because they had the dude who had like bones coming out of his hand. It reminded me of Spike from, I don't know, did you watch the X-Men Evolution?
Evolution?
Yeah. And it had a character named Spike.
The black kid with the high top that looked like Wesley Snipes with a blonde high top.
Yeah, with the blonde high top. Yeah, man. But imagine you're fighting, bones you can break your bones and they can come out your arm. And then all of a sudden 5 minutes is up. Then what? Would your bones just keep protruding out? Like, what are you gonna do?
See, this is my other thing. Mm-hmm. You can tell with some of the people in this movie whether they taken this pill or not before. So, because a lot of people already know what they're expecting.
Yeah.
When they get ready to make their transformation.
They had like Cassios and Comexes and shit on, so they knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Jordan Levitt. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Not Jordan Gordon.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jordan.
But
we making up characters now?
Like he had the freaking Casio. He had the watch with the timer set for 5 minutes every time. He knew how long it was lasting. He knew what the power was that he was getting. So it's kind of like, it's almost like getting a surprise Jelly Belly.
Yeah.
But the only difference is once you get that one surprise, that's the only flavor you get every single time after that.
How cool would that be though if it really was Jelly Belly?
Hey, once again, it's still a Molly.
I would probably do that.
You are still popping Molly.
I mean, I guess that was one of the things is how did they explain that? I guess all the powers are just you get one and one only. It's like, I guess, some hidden potential that you have.
I think in my eyes, I think what they're going to do, they're going to expand on this as a series because it's still unanswered questions about his daughter. And in the beginning of the movie, they explain like how these powers split and everything else, how animals are doing all these miraculous, like wonderful things, like whether it be for protection or whatever it may be. And the one thing that they mentioned was being able to turn water into plasma, which is what Jamie Foxx's power was. So they foreshadowed the entire thing. They literally told us that these are the powers you will be seeing in this movie. Because everything that they described was every single power that they showed. The bones, the frog breaking its bones so they can use them as like weapons the guy that did the exact same thing, Jamie Foxx, with at the end of the movie where he turns the rain into water, and on top of all that, they're in the ocean and it's raining, and he can turn plasma. He can turn water into plasma.
Yeah.
It'd be great if it was water into wine, or
Man,
into
I
some
was
Jack
about to say
Daniels, or
that.
some
I'm like,
Crown Royal, or
I don't
some
know.
Maker's Mark,
Ooh.
some
You know
some
what?
rum. Like I can really, you know what? I'm about to go pour me a glass of rum. But before I get too far off subject, but they were saying like I think they're gonna expand on it because just like how some of these people would take this pill and they knew what they were getting out of it,
Mm-hmm.
like some of those bodyguards and everything else, they have like the guy that ended up getting bigger. He already knew that was the power that he was getting. He wasn't rolling the dice on it because they knew that he did that.
Mm-hmm.
With that being his power and all, he had to come back from somewhere. So if they knew he could do that, they knew that after that time, whether it be 5 minutes, the power cuts off. It's a hard stop.
Yeah.
But the transformation of your body, what happens at that point? Because we could have possibly seen that with the girl that was in the cage if she had her temper, like her body regulated with the heater.
Yeah.
She more than likely could have come back. The powers would have stopped, but then her body would have came back. But hers were going out of control, and she couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
And just like to your point, you said you needed a counter in order to contain it. She literally needed a counter to contain it. You can't do anything with that and say, I'm going to change how all this works in 5 minutes.
Mm-mm.
You ain't got it.
Yeah. And I mean, that's
Ain't
also
no way.
That's also I was even laughing at Joseph Gordon-Levitt's power because dude got shot point blank with a pistol. I don't care if you're super durable or not, you still getting a concussion, fam. Now, granted, they did show like his eye was like like blooded over or whatever, but I'm like, dog, you know how much force that is? You knocked out. That's a wrap. But
you know what? Let me tell you what I thought about that. When I saw his eye, I was like, man, that's fucked up. They let this man, he was really committed to filming this movie, for him to go ahead and keep filming with his eye busted up like this.
Yeah.
Not really thinking and connecting that he did get shot in the head.
Yeah,
it may have popped the blood vessel.
Yeah.
Maybe just the blood vessel.
So, I mean, he still feels it. He just won't die from it.
He still feels it to an extent.
Yeah.
Because I think what they made it out to be is that kind of like a real dumbed down version of the Juggernaut, per se. Like, he can take the hits, but they affect him slightly.
Okay.
They don't penetrate because you can see the skin ripple, you can see it make contact, but it never breaks skin.
Yeah.
So kind of think of Luke Cage.
Durable.
He can get
super durability.
Durable, but once it makes it internal, that's his most vulnerable. Is anything internal.
Mm-hmm. Now,
remember he almost died from those internal injuries, and all they could do was like to stop him from dying was put ice on his head and keep the brain swelling down because they couldn't penetrate him to get the needle in at all.
Yep.
So he was just suffering most of the time, but he had to let that swelling come down with all that ice that they put on him on the TV show.
See, they should have gave him a shot in the mouth.
But right.
But I guess so. Just to give, I thought this film it's a Netflix film, but it's a good time. Like if you're, it's not a full blockbuster. Like it's not like one of the like, oh man, it's gonna break the, this summer's blockbuster or whatever. I guess you could say fall, but now the only downside I would say is the villains were not memorable. Because okay, I'll bet both of y'all money. Name the main villain of this movie.
I can't name the main villain, but I can tell you that it was the woman, the doctor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that Dr. Dre or whatever her name was.
That kidnapped his child.
Mm-hmm.
That black organization.
Yeah.
That were pulling all the strings.
Mm-hmm.
Her name, I don't really remember most villains' names. Like for instance, one of my favorite movies is Super 8. It came out within the last 10 years.
I still haven't
Good
seen it
sci-fi
yet.
movie. You haven't seen it?
Not yet, nah.
It's a good one. Um, I'll tell you about it. But I couldn't tell you the main, like the government overall. It was the antagonist in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were the ones that held all these secrets, and then you literally have it crash land in this small town. They come in and try to clean everything up before anybody can see anything and tell them, hey, stay out of here and don't do this. We'll arrest you and we'll put you in prison. We have to clear you out of your time. You have to go to the local gym at shelter. This is what the whole town is meeting. But I couldn't tell you that general's name that showed up there. I can tell you how bad he got jacked up in that movie, though.
See, I guess I'm
And
different.
he had his ass handed to him.
Because I
Yeah,
think
pretty bad.
for the most part, I remember good villains more than I remember good heroes or antagonists. I mean protagonists. I don't know why. I guess the villains just stick with me because I feel like they carry the movie to an extent. Like if you have a good villain, it's it's a little bit easier to make a good film, even if your main character is kind of lackluster.
I need my supervillain to make me feel connected to their cause. If you can convince me of that, I'm in. Because the only difference between a hero and a villain
Philosophy.
is how they're perceived. Is how they're perceived.
Yeah.
Because think about some of these villains have some real good ideas, as radical as they may sound. But as you think about how that looks, you're like, you make a lot of sense.
I mean, think about how many
Like for
people
instance, when
Killmonger. How many
go
people
ahead,
agreed with him?
say what now? What
I said, how many people agreed with Killmonger from Black Panther? And
I did.
yeah, how many people were like,
Oh, yeah, I like
man, yeah. or
Hell, I'll call myself King Killmonger before I call myself Black Panther.
yeah, or how
that
many
boy
people?
good.
Or there you go,
Right.
Johnny. Here you go, Johnny. How many times did you like? As many times you watched Return of the Jedi, you like, man, just let Darth Vader live. We don't care about the Emperor. Vader just gotta live, and you know he gonna die, but you hoping, and you're like, maybe this time. I don't know. That was me as a kid. I was like, maybe this time he gonna make it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna rewind it for a different.
especially with Vader. Well, I feel bad for Vader because I don't think they really let Vader live up to his full potential in the movies.
When you
You
look
know,
at,
I mean, Vader was capable of just insane force abilities that they did not show in the movies.
yeah, I think that's also a lack of technology at the time. Like,
Yeah, true.
it's funny
I
because
think it was
like,
a lack of storytelling too, because you can actually do more. You could have done that.
oh yeah, I mean, it was a bit. I tell everybody, Star Wars is a basic story. It's basically a hero's tale. At that time, 4.0, because what Way of the Samurai, I think, was basically George Lucas bit off multiple different properties in order to try to construct Star Wars. So, King Arthur, all these different things. That's why Luke wore white, and you had Vader was the Black Knight, Sash the
Or Black,
Samurai,
yeah.
so on and so forth. So yeah, but it's like I don't know. I guess that's how I am. I always had a soft spot for good villains. Now you can't be too over the top. There's some where you like, okay,
no.
I can't agree there. But
Like another one, for example, Joker. This latest Joker with Joaquin. What's his name?
Joaquin Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of felt bad for the guy. You know.
You did because everybody was messing with him. You're like, hey,
Yeah.
man, leave that man alone. He ain't do nothing to nobody.
No. No. I mean, the man was just trying to make it, and he was a victim of his own circumstances, and he lashed out, and there you have it. So I mean, the movie left me feeling like, damn, that's kind of what you get society for, jacking over
Are you
people.
fucking with this dude?
Yeah. And even if you look at Heath Ledger's Joker, or Joker in general, basically Joker is basically the opposite of Batman. And it's actually funny. I remember somebody broke this down. They said when you look at it, Batman and Joker are the same character, but they dealt with the circumstances different. Batman had a tragedy in his life, and instead he basically tried to turn around and enact justice in his street justice in his own way as his way of coping with his trauma. Granted, I still say he could have done more he can do more as Bruce Wayne, but hey, that's another discussion on that.
Right.
And then you got the Joker, who also had tragedy, but instead he embraced nothingness, as in, hey, nothing really matters because this would have happened regardless of the situation. So why not embrace the insanity? Why not embrace the chaos?
Yep.
And there you go.
That's true. There you go.
Like I said, that's the reason why. What a good villain. If you can convince me of your position, most of the time I'll ride with you. That's all it is. It's like understanding where Magneto comes from, where his whole situation, being his people were oppressed, and it was like, why would I want to give you a chance to kill me again? Just because we're different and you're running it. Why would I give you the chance? Why would I give you the opportunity to punch me in the mouth again?
Yeah. And
you already took everything away from me up front. I'm not giving you the chance.
Yeah. I mean, even Apocalypse, if you look at his, it's like, hey, man, he felt like he was a god amongst people, and they should, hey, man, I shouldn't have to live amongst you. You should be worshiping me, period. Okay.
God complex.
And, I mean, I don't know.
This?
Now, I would say certain villains do, like, unless they're fun and campy, then I can deal with it. But if you got those ones who just have like some motivation, oh, I get to just have all the money, or something goofy like that. Oh, I want to destroy the world, even though I know I live here, which is, yeah. Then those villains, you're like,
it's the hell though.
Like, come on, man. Like, you can write anything better.
I'm like, bring me my superheroes. Bring them in. Scene 3. Bring them in. Go ahead and handle this. Let's go ahead and knock this out.
Which is why I hated Age of Ultron. Or, my bad, A Moment in Ultron. That's really what it should have been called.
They wasted some good talent with, what's his name that did Ultron?
I forgot his name.
He did Blacklist.
Yeah.
Just that quick.
Dang.
I look like, what's his name?
Hold up.
James Spader. That's what it was.
Yeah, there you go. Because I remember him from what was it? What's the movie with Stargate? There we go. That was one of the first movies I saw him in. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Stargate?
Say that again.
I haven't.
Has anyone seen Stargate? Yeah, I'm sorry. This kind of
the film
derail it, but
I saw this film, but I watched the TV show sparingly. But when it came out, I was like mostly a kid, so I didn't really get into it at the time.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I was just curious. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, we can do that for a watch too. But that guy, like, coming in to Ultron at that, like, this is when everybody's hyped up to come see these Avengers movies, and that was probably one of the most lackluster of the movies. Plus, Quicksilver died.
Yeah,
and I was like, bruh,
we
needed a Quicksilver, and they may have killed him because there was another one in Fox's world at the time,
and that's what happened.
This wasn't a deal, and they were like, we don't want the confusion. They have a Quicksilver, we got a Quicksilver.
Which
is, I don't know.
Because he died in a dumb way where it was like he ran to push people out of the way instead of he could have ran and like moved them physically and been out of the way. But anyways, I'm gonna say some controversial, and I don't know if y'all are gonna agree or not, and I might be alone. But even though the Marvel movies are great, most of the films that are the second part of something outside of Winter Soldier have not been that great. Iron Man 2 really isn't as good as the first one. I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 isn't as good as the first one. Age of Ultron isn't as good as the first Avengers movie. What else had a number 2? I mean, is Ant-Man 2 better or right on par with Ant-Man 1? Maybe. I had issues with the villain there because when you think about it, all that could have been resolved was a conversation. But anyways, okay. What else had a sequel?
Well, historically, like the worst movie in the whole thing is like Thor's second one.
Yeah, there you go. Thor, Dark Moon, Dark.
But
Moon,
yeah,
Dark
that was
something.
a Dark Tide. I don't know. Hell, Pirates of the Dark Moon. I don't know. Pirates of Dark Water.
That's how. Oh, man. Taking it back, Hanna-Barbera days.
Salmonella. I don't.
But that tells you how good it was. You can't even remember the title of it.
So, like besides that, I want a second one that wasn't too good. Ultron was the second Avengers movie.
Yeah, that was the second Avengers movie.
I think
the only highlight of Iron Man 2 is War Machine appeared.
Yeah. So this is
Spider-Man that wasn't as good. That later.
Far From Home.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I
don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's.
There you go. Come on, John.
I didn't like
come with the controversy, man. Let's go.
No, I mean it was just random. I mean, I don't know if they're just trying to stick with the same timeline or what, but I guess there's been so many freaking Peter Parkers that's I guess at times it can be a little confusing.
Nah, I think what happens is this is also true too. Most of the villains in the Marvel universe would not exist without Tony Stark.
True.
I mean, Ironmonger would have never existed without Tony being an asshole. You had Ultron would have never existed if Tony wasn't an asshole and convinced Dr. Banner to help him make him. Mysterio wouldn't have existed without Tony being an asshole. You had who else was there? I know there was other villains that were a part of like that whole either were aware of Tony Stark. Oh, Whiplash. He existed because of the Stark family. Then you had Aldrin Killian, who because Tony basically ghosted him to go knock some boots with some random chick, and so he turned into a villain.
Bro code.
Yeah,
man,
those were most of his own movies.
Those were his movies. Yeah, but when you look
except for Ultron.
Yeah, Ultron. The Mysterio in the Spider-Man movie. Honestly, no. Even the Vulture in Spider-Man, because remember, Stark's company basically went in and took over all those salvage jobs and then basically put him out of business.
True.
It's like, once again, the comparison between Bruce Wayne. Same thing.
Mm-hmm. So,
like some of those wouldn't be what they were.
But,
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting, but when you really break it down. But I mean, Far From Home, Johnny, I somewhat agree. It was interesting, but I think they were trying. It seemed like they were trying too hard to make Spider-Man Iron Man. Maybe.
I don't know.
I think what they're trying to do with it is Peter Parker and one version of him. I mean, even like the animated one from when we grew up to the most recent one, like the Amazing Spider-Man, Peter is smart as hell. And especially when they did it in Sony's game, it was the same story.
Yeah, it was pretty genius.
Only been right. Like, you didn't see that play out as much in some of the other movies or other 3-part series of Spider-Man before, where they showed that he was bright, but they didn't show how smart he really was. So I think what they're trying to do is get Peter now. He's in high school, which is which is a good move at this point because with Peter being in high school, you get to see him grow, especially depending on how long they keep Tom Holland around. If they keep him beyond 3, it's going to be amazing. And it's just because right now there has been no other Spider-Man that has lasted 3 movies, and then they continue to want him on. Technically, he has lasted more than 3, but not his own solo movies.
No, but that's because I don't know what it is with comics and comic book movies, but they get upset when they get weird and goofy. And I'm like, comics are weird and goofy, but I think that's the charm in them. Like, I remember, because now, granted, sometimes they do too much with Spider-Man. Like the last, I was talking about it on mine, was like Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2 could have been good films, but they put too much in it at once. Because Spider-Man, outside of Batman, probably has the most noticeable villains out of comic book characters. Like, everyone knows the Sinister Six.
He is locked up in New York.
Hands down.
Like Rhino. What was the hunter? What's his name?
You got Kraven the Hunter. So you got
Kraven.
You got
Morbius. You got a freaking vampire.
Yeah.
You got a vampire.
Yeah.
Who has a vampire chasing them?
And also, I want to say,
and not even really chasing.
Yeah.
What, floating?
Yeah. But
not even floating. Even going after each other like that. He's like, Peter, get the hell away from me. I got shit I want to do.
Yeah. And so,
and Spider-Man like, no, you can't do that. You better than it. You better than it. We know how good you are.
Yeah. I mean, what?
But you better than it.
The Kingpin.
But that's half of his villains, though.
Yeah.
Dr. Octavius.
Doc Ock, the Kingpin, Carnage, and Venom.
Kingpin just hates him. Carnage is like, I want to destroy everything. Venom is like, you know what? I run you. You ain't got nothing. You can't say nothing else. I got you.
And
you just, I will make you stronger.
And so far,
but just shut up.
So far, we haven't gotten a good Venom movie. Not really. I mean, the one that came out.
Not really.
Honestly, it's funny. The best Venom type movie was Upgrade. I don't know if anybody ever saw that, but anyways.
Yeah, I saw it. It was on Netflix, I think.
Yeah. And so it's just, I think that's one of the things. They've tried to do too much too quick. And then after a while, Spider-Man does get weird. It gets campy, it gets goofy, and it's kind of, matter of fact, that'd be something to watch party. Watch the old Spider-Man movies, see how well they still hold up.
Hold on. Oh, talking to watch party. So, when they drop Black Widow on Disney Plus, are we gonna do this?
Hey, let's do it.
We get meat, we can grill. I don't care. Like, I'm doing this. Like, if they drop this on Disney Plus, I'll do a watch party.
Hey, that's fine. I was like, y'all get to do it. I can order the movie. Y'all come here. It don't matter. We can get it going.
We'll make the drive. Don't worry. I'll be there. Because they were just talking about this. They were just talking about this because they're doing it for Mulan.
Yep, they're doing it for Mulan.
So they were like, look, if we can make this work for Mulan, I know we finna step on some toes, but we need this movie to come out because they got so much content ready to go. All they have to do is flip the switch and it's ready.
See,
they got WandaVision, they got Falcon and Winter Soldier, they got this movie, they got another TV show that's coming out in between all this before the next movie drops.
Yeah.
They can't hold it anymore.
And it's so funny because movie theaters, I think I said it to y'all, and I'll ask y'all, I think, I can forget which movie theater it was, but they're going to reopen and do like an old 19...
AMC.
Yeah,
AMC.
AMC with the 15-cent ticket. I ain't going to get coronavirus for 15 cents.
No.
And that's the problem. You drop me $250,000 right now. You drop me $250,000 right now. I go sit in that movie theater for 2 showings. And then take my ass home. You drop $250,000 right now, I'll do it.
Hey man, we'll make you we'll put you in a bubble, and there you go. But
hey, look, I'm going raw, no bubble.
Raw, no bubble. Okay, I feel that.
Raw, no bubble. Out there, hanging and swinging.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's enticing. But then you really think about it, you're like, nah, we good. I'm cool, man.
Nah.
All right.
Not me.
So Johnny, you
Nope.
saying for
Nope.
see? Now, what if they also did for like
as in the words of Tracy Morgan? Nope. No. 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 Hell no. No.
All right.
Nope.
What if they did it for the concessions? Think about that. For $5 whole, you can have your full movie experience.
Said $5 whole.
$5 whole.
No.
No.
You're still paying at least 10. The drink is $4.50.
That's what I'm saying.
The popcorn is $6.75.
See, that's what I said. They're gonna do a whole early 1920s style where it's like the ticket $15, the popcorn $1, the drink is $1.
My bad. They ain't popping popcorn. They ain't doing it.
Oh, that's right. They are doing food.
They ain't popping. They ain't doing open air food. So like, I don't think you get pizza, nachos, hot dogs, chicken wings, none of that. You might be able to get you some candy though.
Oh, so they mean,
but not the one. Not the one.
4th of July.
I'm talking about independence of African Americans.
Oh, okay. That was like a.
We're talking about Juneteenth.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
Independence Day ain't real.
It's almost as bad as fried catfish.
Somebody gonna be mad when they hear that. Somebody gonna be real.
Yep.
Somebody feelings gonna be touched when they hear that.
Fried catfish?
Independence Day ain't real. Catfish is the best fish in the world.
Okay, but with spaghetti.
Oh, you taking it super cut. Hey, we can. You know what? I like food, so it don't matter. You know what I mean?
Some folks take offense to that, though. I'm just saying. Catfish and spaghetti don't go together.
I mean,
no, they don't.
A lot of people put a lot of things
really
together.
Does it really matter though?
It really don't either. But if I had a choice, you give me
we'll put them on different plates.
Catfish, potato salad, sweet peas, and some dirty rice. And a slice of white bread. With some ketchup.
Light bread, Jane. Light bread, not white bread. Light bread.
Oh yeah, light skin bread.
Light skin, light bread.
I guess that's what we use. Light skin bread.
Yeah.
Crusted. No crust. Don't matter. Just Blanca bread. I don't know. Off white. Eggshell. Something like that. Offset. Yeah. Catfish, dirty rice, sweet peas, potato salad, and some light bread with some ketchup and some hot sauce.
Yeah, better not be no Texas Pete.
Oh, that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I guess I'm showing my color or something.
I didn't know Tabasco was made in Louisiana.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Tabasco, Crystal, Louisiana. That's the one with a C. Crystals. Oh God. Oh, Crystals is good. Oh, it's so good. See, now I want some catfish.
Yeah.
So, and some hush puppies.
So that means so you saying that's what you making for the watch party then, right?
Making for when?
For the watch, when Black Widow come out, that's what you making?
I promise you this. Y'all put in for this shit, I'll cook it. I'll do the fish. I got my own batter, and it's cornmeal and some extra stuff.
Is the secret stuff?
Yeah. It ain't even really secret. Just whatever I put in it, you'll love it. Don't worry about it. You'll see it.
Okay. You just
I'll let you watch. I don't care.
You just season to the ancestors.
Voyeurism. Do it.
So you just season to the ancestors say that'll do my son.
They say you did good, boy. Yeah, you did real good right there.
They pat you on the shoulder.
Right, boy. They look. They put their hand on my shoulder and hug my neck. That's what they do.
Good job, boy.
And look, and if it ain't quite right, they look at me and they like, "You sure?"
Mm.
Nah, I need to add some more. Yeah.
Are you positive?
What a lemon pepper is. What a lemon pepper. That's what I was missing. The lemon pepper. That's what I was missing.
Oh,
So yeah, I put some of this and some of that in it until it tastes right.
it's gonna be.
But
fun.
yes,
It's gonna be.
I
fun.
will do that.
It's gonna be fun coming up with the title for this one.
Yeah, I don't even know where we were going this whole like at all.
Lost without a map. That's what we're gonna name this one.
Basically.
Lost without a map.
Basically, at some point,
Can't find our way back home.
At some point, there'll be a podcast where we'll actually have a overall topic and we'll cover.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
stay tuned.
Yeah, we
stay tuned.
Kind of did it with the movie stuff, and then we got to talk about.
No, we talk about some.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This is a lot of bullshit because I'm gonna talk about food. And see, this is the problem.
Uh-huh.
Once I start talking about food, it's always about food. There's always a conversation about food. If there's not a conversation about food, you don't love the person that you're talking to. So if y'all don't talk about food, either you ain't hungry, or you can't cook, or if you can't cook, you talking about somebody that can cook because you want something that they can cook because your ass can't cook. So all I can say is that'll teach your ass how to cook. You better find somebody that's gonna teach you how to cook. Be patient with your silly ass. Other than that, all these conversations take place around food. That was my point.
Facts.
Okay, that's fair. We guys.
Damn right.
Oh man.
Drop the mic.
So yeah, just to recap, watch Project Power. It's not that bad, and it's free. Can't go wrong. I say watch any movie that comes.
I will say this. It is the biggest blockbuster of this year, and I dare you to challenge me on it. Name me a good one. It's been 6 months into 2020.
I mean,
what about going into 7 right now?
What about Extraction? Is it better than that one?
Uh-huh.
Is it better than Extraction?
Who?
Extraction. With I can't think of that guy's name.
Thor.
With
Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
I don't know. Hey, let's put it out there. Is Project Power better than Extraction?
It was.
Put your polls in there.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of substance in that one. That's considerably more substance in that one than there is in Extraction. Extraction is damn near just a Michael Bay movie and shit just blowing up all over the place.
Exactly.
We got bullets.
Okay,
God, we can't figure out what we can do with all these bullets. What are we gonna do with these bullets? Damn it! Shoot them. Shoot them all.
It was Commando.
Damn it! Don't stop cutting. Shoot.
Yeah. It was Commando 2.0, basically. Except he didn't have to save his daughter. That's it. But you enjoy Commando because it's fun for what it is. What was that other movie where they had that small group of people and they actually like don't die? Dang, what was that? Hold up.
Coronavirus.
If only. No, so the premise was
I almost caught myself.
There's a small group of people and they lived like.
I read this real quick.
Oh man, yeah, please don't.
Y'all was just gonna roll with it.
You're gonna get us shut down.
Hey, that is okay. That's the goal. Piss somebody off just that much at this point, just to say stop this shit. Stop it now. Cease and desist. You're done. You're done. Okay. We'll do another one.
Damn it. I can't remember the name. It was on Netflix though. And The Old Guard. There we go. Did y'all watch that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another 2020. That's actually, I guess that's 3.
I would say that will probably be the only like its biggest competition. And it came from the same company. It came from Netflix.
Yeah. So, hey man, I don't know.
What would have been really jacked up if Netflix made that and pushed that to the movie theater. That would have been messed up.
That would be
like, let's say we didn't have That, like, say we didn't have coronavirus, they're gonna push a movie straight to the movie theater.
I can see them eventually trying to move to the movie game eventually, or box office game.
Yeah,
but
they're gonna buy somebody out. They're gonna buy an entire chain out and slap their name in the middle of it. Amazon trying to do it. I guarantee you, Netflix looking at it as an option. You telling me we can get your house and in your leisure time outside of the house? Yeah, we'll make a play for it. Don't worry. Welcome to Netflix theaters.
Hey, they gonna
you choose you go in, you pay one single price. You and your entire group choose the movie you want to watch.
I can see it. That's the bad thing. Is like I can see all that happening, but yeah, man. I don't know. I always tell people if it's on a streaming service, I have no issues watching it, regardless of if it looks good or looks bad. That's how I watched the Tyler Perry movie, and it turned out to be hilarious. It wasn't supposed to be, but that's how it turned out. Just like I always say, Acrimony.
Who says that it wasn't supposed to be?
Hey, you right. That's like Acrimony is like his funniest film ever made, and it was supposed to be a drama. So I would tell everybody, grab a bottle or whatever, play the Tyler Perry drinking game, which you actually can find online. Yes, that is a thing. And go watch Acrimony and have fun.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah.
This tastes like candy.
Uh-oh.
What's that? Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That tastes like candy.
Did you put it in the refrigerator?
That's what it looks like. It looks frosty.
The bottle just looks frosted over. It's frosted glass.
Oh, okay.
And then on top of it, some of the because it's rum, it's sticky. So that's why it looks like it's wet.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I pour like a madman. I'm already in the paint right now.
Oh, we already knew that. I mean, wait, hold on. No, you don't say.
Oh, you don't say, sir. I am hard in the paint. I am posted up in the paint.
Oh man.
But yo, what have y'all been drinking lately?
Blerds, man. Blerds so far.
Just Burr?
Yeah, well,
what's been your favorite one lately?
Man, of course I gotta go with my Nito Bandino, and I've also been drinking the Carbach Love Street Blonde. That's not too bad either.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately,
what have I tried? Unfortunately, what?
What? I haven't really had too much alcohol. I guess Crown Royal has been the latest. So, generic, but it is what it is.
If it gets the job done, I think it's appropriate.
That's fair. It's true. I just think I've grown to have like a good tolerance for like Crown and rum, where I can almost drink the whole bottle and not have an issue. And that's not good at all. But hey,
It's only a problem if you say it's a problem. Until then, there's no problem. Is there, sir?
No.
Is there a problem?
No, everybody else got the problem. That's all.
Okay, then we're moving on. What about you, Johnny? What you been sipping on?
I've been sipping on.
Same thing I got right now.
And Tang IPA from Revolver. It's pretty good.
See, I haven't had that version. I had their Blood and Honey, but I haven't had the Tang one yet. So,
Blood and Honey is really good.
Yeah, Blood and Honey is a classic. Yeah, their Tang IPA is pretty good.
That is my go-to. That Blood and Honey is my go-to anytime I don't really know what I want, but I want something that I can rely on.
Mm-hmm.
That Revolver Blood and Honey is that every single time. If I got to go to a barbecue, I'm going to bring a Blood and Honey. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make somebody love it before I leave. In fact, if I can't figure out what I want to bring to the next time we get together, it's definitely going to be a case of Blood and Honey.
Hey, I don't complain.
That 24.
That's what we're gonna do. I got my cooler. We just gonna set the cooler in the living room, kick back. There you go.
Yeah, you playing?
Hey,
Shit.
I'm telling you. But
It'll be the first thing I do.
yeah, man, we're
Pull
streaming
right
for
up there.
we're streaming for the folks, man. Y'all can see how we living, or at least behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It'd be the first
Hold
first video for the YouTube channel.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man. So we'll go ahead and get ready to close.
Don't
So
want me
again,
drunk on your screen.
yeah, I know. So yeah, recap. Again, watch Project Power. Pretty decent movie. And then again, if it's free, watch it anyway. It's no only thing you'll waste is your time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Most second movies are all Marvel films are trash. Well, not trash, just not as good. And that's my consensus. They ain't gotta agree with me. It's fine.
You're right. It is fine because I don't agree with you anyway. But that's okay.
It's fine. It's unnecessary, but it's okay.
Yeah. It's all necessary. But yeah, only thing I would say is everybody look. One thing I would want to say to anybody and everybody, if you listen or if you talk to anybody, just be mindful of how you speak to people. Just take care of each other. This is the worst time that anybody's ever had in their lifetime. So just make sure you take care of each other. Kind of be mindful about what you say because you never know who you. Some people really don't care if you get offended, but at the same time, you don't know what somebody's been through. You don't know what they are going through, and they just might be the one to snap on you. So if it's unnecessary, keep it to yourself.
I tell you what, though, this is the first time, like what forever, where hey, how's it going? Fucking terrible. I mean,
Right.
that's pretty much everybody right now. So
I mean,
definitely want to be careful.
It's acceptable though. People will accept it now. It's like,
I mean, shit sucks right now.
right, like, how are you doing? Not well. I'm really not. It's just not a good thing, a good time. Like, well, I understand.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Let's keep it moving.
That's one thing 2020 has done a good job at is removing the veil off of most things.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
For sure.
Oh man. Other than that, y'all got anything else? Any housekeeping stuff or any announcements?
Man, no, not really at the moment. I'm struggling to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life and get my computer built and all. So hopefully this time next month I'll actually have bought my first part and go ahead and get some of that stuff rolling in because it's you've been trying to build this computer for almost 2.5 years now.
Longer than that.
Uh-oh.
Shit, you're right. 6.5 years.
Hey man, it's all good.
And that's actually about accurate.
Hey,
so
the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. So
there you go.
Damn. So I mean, I ain't even take that first step, but okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just the first step. Golly, I was trying to. I was trying to give you a plug. Shit.
See
God, no.
It's terrible, man. What about you, Johnny, man?
No slack.
When's the next stream?
Who, me? Oh man, I don't know.
How you feel? Well, before we kick out of here, how you feel about that Flight Simulator 2020? You showed it to me a little bit.
Which one? 20. Oh, you talking about that? Oh, I mean, it's it's groundbreaking. I mean, it's only less than 48 hours old so far. So I mean, it's still it's still fresh. I mean, there's still a lot that needs to be worked on. I mean, a lot, but I mean, it's a good start. It's just one of those things. We'll have to see how it matures as time goes on. Hopefully, Microsoft doesn't pull the plug on it like it does anything else that doesn't work out for them, financially. So we'll just have to see.
All right.
Okay. Oh man. Well, yeah. I mean, other than that, Shoot, I ain't got much going. I guess next thing I'll do is the next stream, which I got a plan for as well. But let me go ahead. Matter of fact, let me put that on my list. I need to make the Blerd Confidential podcast YouTube this week. Hold me to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got some. Oh snap! You ready for the next episode? We're gonna do a Fifth Element review, kind of breaking a couple things down. So stay tuned for that. You should see that coming up sometime soon. We want to make sure we do that right. So we got some notes that we putting together. Some real thoughtful um, insight on what that movie was back then. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Other than that, I don't have too much else, fellas. Y'all got anything else?
No, just some Destiny. Doing the Solstice of Heroes.
Yes.
Wait a minute, what now?
Yeah,
Destiny.
Destiny got has an event, Solstice of Heroes. Get some high level gear. It's a grind that you have to go through, but it's designed to kind of last out through the rest of the season until Beyond Light comes out in like September or October. I think they push it back to October. So yeah, I think they push it back to October. So until this season ends, you can literally grind it out and get this high level gear. Um, but yeah, it's fun with friends. I'll put it to you that way. So if y'all got a group of friends that y'all want to run with, do it. Y'all can help pass the time along while you just grind it out. But it's it's fun. It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been into it, but I've been back for the last month and a half now. We've been doing this for almost 2 months now.
Yeah, close to it. Yeah.
For a month and a half. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, and I'll even work on streaming those. That's also where I need to get the page together so we can actually put some of those streams on there. So we'll work all that out and get all that situated. And yeah, man. Other than that, again, I'd like to go ahead and say, appreciate anybody, all the listeners, new, old, indifferent. Either way, y'all help push this further and help get this out. So just, we appreciate you. Share it, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and also leave comments. If you do check us out on Apple Podcasts, please leave a review. Let us know how we're doing, how ways we can improve this experience for you and everything. Other than that, I think that's pretty much covered it, right? And if so, then
Yeah, just check out all the social media for the Blerd Confidential Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram. Well, we ain't got an Instagram yet, but Twitter. So be hopeful. It might be here soon. You never know.
Just Google Blerd Confidential in Google, and wherever it pulls up, check that out. There you go.
Yeah,
keep hope alive. Too. That's what Jesse Jackson said.
And other than that, we up out, folks.
Y'all take it easy.
See ya.